Greetings and hello, regular plain old Rimrims, and definitely not sweaty Rimrims, because last time I said that the video got demonetized. Oh god, what have I done? Today, we're going to restart, mainly because yesterday we got horribly wiped out. Now, let me be clear, I fully expected to die during that series. I fully expect to die during this next attempt, and probably the next subsequent 50 attempts. It's 500% threat. It's on Combat Extended, a mod pack, a mod I have very, very little experience with that changes all of the mechanics that I actually know in Rimworld. So I fully expect to keep getting wiped out until we find something that works, but that's the beauty of it. We keep trying until we scum it up and succeed and then give ourselves a medal we don't deserve. So we're going to start a new colony. We're going to reassess things, but not rebalance things. What I mean by that is redistribute and not break the difficulty that we had last time. It's still going to be identical to how we played last time, with one exception, actually. I'll talk about that later. But I'm going to reassess particularly our character's starting skills, because there were certain things about that last playthrough that ended up hampering us massively, because I was trying to cram so much into the points limit. I got very I got tunnel vision about certain things, but we'll take a look at that in a minute. We are, of course, going to be playing on 500% threat. We're going to drop ourselves down to 50-50 on the insta-kills, 50% for our colonists, 50% for the enemies. Okay. Oh, yeah, and then, of course, reload anytime mode, because God knows I don't want that going on. Let's go randomize seed. Now, I'm going to keep the planet size as default here, just so that we have more areas to choose from. Now, what I'm thinking is, last time, the big problem we had was that we picked a random map, and it ended up being kind of okay. Problem with it was the most defensive area was also the area where we could grow the fewest crops, and it ended up kind of being a bit of a pain in the ass in that regard. There were no mountains either, and the problem with something like Combat Extended is there's a huge steel upkeep in the base game. The only real upkeep you've got is components, and I mean, that's kind of it. Now, in Combat Extended, of course, we need shitloads of steel for armaments, ammo, so that's going to be more of a consideration here, which is why I'm thinking a mountain base wouldn't be a terrible plan. Now, I'm looking at something like this. I'm actually looking at our own little private island here. 40 out of 60 days, western coast on all sides there. That could be quite nice. Giraffe Lip Archipelago, you say? My, I didn't realize it was Friday already. Let's go for this one. Temperate forest. I like it. Western coast, mountainous, limestone and granite. That's obviously irrelevant. 40 out of 60 days growing time. Fuck it, that'll do. Yeah, why not? So what we're going to do is we're going to load our old preset. And we're going to readjust things here a little bit. Let's use our points limit. You see, as people were saying, because it's based on our starting colonists. I wonder if we remove these guys now. That makes no difference. But because of the... there'll be some element of randomness to the amount of points we get to spend, essentially. So what we were lacking last time was a good researcher. And that ended up being a massive problem. Now, how much would it be to add just a new colonist? Let's take a random villager here. Way too expensive. What if we completely nerf them so that they can only do research? Just some guy set out the back, a pencil pusher, to get us to where we need to be. Everyone's saying the same thing. Rush gunsmithing, rush launchers, so that we actually have some way to take out the centipedes. I think that's not a bad idea. Or do we respec maybe Major Pain out of crafting and into intellectual? Hope we get a good crafter. Out of cooking and go for a nutrient paste dispenser. That actually probably isn't a terrible idea. Though I do think mood on the higher levels, especially from the previous Merciless series we've done, has always been the big killer. You know, when they get low mood, you can suddenly get your shooter rampaging while there is a huge raid coming in. That can quite literally be the difference between a game over. This situation, though, I think we're going to stick to it. I think we're going to take away his cooking. I think I'm also going to take away chemical fascination. Oh, it took away 200 points. Shit. What about like a chemical interest rather than a chemical fascination? 605. That's better. I think that's a step up. Now, what about scars? Does that... oh my god, we can give them scars as well. If we can manage the pain, that could be a good way to get some extra points. I'm not going to min-max the character designer, okay? That sounds like a terrible idea. But we could give him something that's not bad. Dirt? Rub dirt in his eyes? That doesn't obviously change it. That's a real shame. Okay. No, I'm thinking, let's go double passion. And let's throw as many points in as we can. Holy fuck. Wowee. Okay. Double passion intellectual. 20 skill is probably a bit pointless. Go single passion, 20 skill, and then maybe throw some more points into crafting. Do we want our crafter and our researcher to be the same guy? Because we can realistically always have him researching. This is what I'm saying. We can definitely rebalance things quite significantly here. General Joe, construction mining. See, I like that combo, especially if we're starting on a mountain map, especially with the social as well. Colonel Moose, I'm going to give you crafting. Because if we are going to go for a nutrient paste dispenser, we're going to need less plants as a result of that, right? So let's put some points in crafting here. I might even give it the double passion here and then just go 13 crafting double passion. We're going to call this testing 2 electric boogaloo. Or not. Thank you. Okay, the other thing I'd like to do is give one of our guys some good melee stats, but I think that's not worth worrying about for the time being. I've got a plan for the centipedes that involves door hallways. We'll talk more about that later. Not scummy doors. Everybody knows the scummy door tactic. We're not going to be doing scummy door. We're going to stick to the shotguns because those work pretty well in my opinion. Okay. I'm hoping this will be... The problem that I had before, and I was kind of thinking about this yesterday after we finished the series, I was trying to avoid putting all our eggs in one basket by giving, you know, one person cooking, one person plants, one person this, one person that. The problem with that is it still doesn't matter because it's a production chain. If we lose our plants character, suddenly our cook is hampered massively. If we lose somebody who's good at mining, suddenly we can't craft as much stuff. So it doesn't matter. We might as well go all our eggs in one basket and make one guy, I don't know, 20 intellectual, for example. Wowie. Okay, this is nice. This is actually really nice. On foot, they can only raid us from this side. We stick a massive wall across there. We mine this bit out. We stick a massive wall up to the coast and force them to come around there. That gives us almost all the map to play around with safely. With the exception, of course, of drop pods. That is another kettle of fish. Right, okay. Welcome. This is going to be interesting, I think. What did the buffalo say when he dropped his son off at school? You know how it goes. I also know to grow a shitload of cotton and to build one of those apparel workbenches a lot sooner to give us access to the military gear, right? So let's go ahead and create a new loadout. Let's go Mossberg. Any drugs will take away. Medicine is good. Yeah, I'm happy keeping that on there. Let's go Mossberg, and then let's go... How many shells did we start with again? 0%. None? None? Oh. That's good. I was a little bit concerned we were immediately fucking him for a second. Any ammo, you can take like, honestly, just take like 50. Just take like 50. That's fine. We're going to try and rush today, if we can, get up to where we were yesterday after 3 episodes. That would be a win as far as I'm concerned. So we're going to do that. And then, to be honest, do we even want to make a separate paramedic for, a separate loadout for our paramedic, given that everybody's just going to hold medicine anyway? Probably not. Doesn't matter too much. All right, then. First things first. We're looking for geothermal vents. There are 4. Unfortunately, none near where we want to set. We've got 1, 2, 3, and another one somewhere else. We got one up there too. That's a real shame. I was kind of hoping we could get one back here a little bit. I'm thinking here for our base, just because we've got a little bit of rich soil. There's also a shitload of steel over here, just randomly scattered across the map. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we could put a big wall across here, and we could turn all of this into a big kind of internal area. There's also that vent there too. And if we do our original plan of building a big fuck-off wall across here, that could work quite nicely. The only problem is we don't want to get into the position whereby we build our base so far back, build a big fuck-off wall, they sap through, we've got no defenses. We'll need multiple tiers of defense. Think like the Citadel from Rim Cities, for those of you who watched any series with that one in. Plenty of scattered packaged survival meals. Okay, then. Stop fucking around. Let's get to work. So first things first, let's stick down a stockpile zone. I am thinking over here somewhere. It doesn't really matter too much for the time being, so we'll just stick anything down for now. Let's take away no rotten and preferably no chunks of corpses. That's good. Right, go team. Now, what do you think about a nutrient paste dispenser just immediately? Like, actually commit to that play. I so rarely use it because of the mood management associated with it, but for this, it could save us so much time. We could trade out, you know, the hours spent getting crops and the hours spent cooking it for just hours of recreation. So let's throw one of those down. What have we got in terms of power? I guess we got fucking wind turbine then, eh? If we go wind turbine somewhere where we've got, I was going to say rich soil, then we can capitalize on growing zones as well, just to keep them under control. Right, let's match something like that. What do I want to do with you? What was the temperature on this map? Can we actually grow 14.7? -1 to 30. We could actually legitimately grow on this map the blaze bulb, right? Problem with that last map is that it blows up at 28C, and the average temperature on that last map was like 35. This could be good. Let's see what temperature it is when it hits midday before I just commit to actually growing that there. So it's 22C. How long does it take to grow? Because obviously if it gets to summer, we could be in a little bit of trouble there. 6 days. Well, we've definitely got plenty of time then. The question is will it increase 6 degrees over the next 6 days as we head towards summer? Not really. I think we should be fine. And if it does blow up, you know what? We can always restart. Let's throw down, I think, 2 wind turbines. The problem I made last time was wood-fired generators. Not worth it. It's really not worth it. It used up almost all of our building blocks. We were constantly chopping more wood, which was going into energy that ultimately we weren't using when we had a second wind turbine down. So, definitely not recommended. Well, I mean, it's okay in certain situations, but not for this one. So let's do something like that. Make sure that the areas around those are pretty nicely covered. Let's not make it bigger than we need to, though, because otherwise we'll spend forever with bloody hiccups. Get out of here. Okay, everything's fine. All right, let's run power conduits immediately over to you. Right, okay, so in terms of structure then, so let's talk about the one thing I have changed about the entire mod pack, and that is adding the mod metals don't burn, because in real life, metals don't burn. The reason I think it's acceptable in this mod pack compared to the base game, the reason, of course, that metals do burn in the base game is that they are a cheap, easy to get, depending on the map, especially mountainous maps, you get a lot of access to steel. It's a cheap, easy building resource, unlike stone. There's no negatives when building furniture out of it with regards to comfort, etc., etc. That's why it burns in the base game, because you generally end up with a lot of steel, because you need a lot of steel for a lot of things. However, in this, we need steel for ammo, like I talked about before. There's already a way to remove steel from the game in droves. I think if we're building buildings out of steel, it's only going to be a detriment to us in the long term if we don't have enough ammo, right? So I'm all right with it in this pack because there's already that balancing in place. So we're going to build a base out of steel, is the point I'm getting up to. We're going to build a small area out of steel. I'm not going to go too nuts with it. What I'm going to say is, now somebody, and I'll be honest, it's so cursed. I kind of like it. Somebody pointed out, let's not build, our fancy structures like I have been doing ever since we got designated shapes. Let's do something really cursed and save on as much resources as possible. I'm so sorry about this. That's fucking diabolical. Oh, I hate it. I hate it, but I've never been more in my entire life. Wowie. Now, this has a bonus, and a kind of scummy bonus, in that you can do strange things on the diagonal Rimworld. You used to be, back in beta. I don't know if you still can, because I mean, it's super scummy. You used to be able to basically do this thing whereby, let's assume that we've got, I don't know, a pathway going down there, right? Let's assume we've got raiders coming through. Now, what you used to be able to do is, let's say we fill this room full of wood, loads of wooden stools, wooden tables, raiders come down through here. You could have built this wall up here, so you have a person stood here and a person stood here, or actually just here, right? This room's full of raiders. You get someone down here very quickly to build a wall here, and this person can build through the diagonal wall there, and trap the raiders inside, and you can basically create a furnace and kill everybody without ever so much as firing a single bullet. Very scummy. Not going to be doing that unless I really get pissed off with this mod pack. I'm also not sure it even works anymore. That'll be something to experiment with if we get up to that stage, if I'm losing my mind to that extent. Now, because we're saving so many blocks of steel, everybody can have their own separate bedroom, because it's going to take a third of the time to build this, because we're missing out just, I mean, every third block on the corner, right? So, okay, next thing. Don't think too much about that. It doesn't matter. Let's throw down some floors. I'm going to use wood for this as well, because again, I mean, why not? We're saving on so many building resources. And with the nutrient paste dispenser, it's probably worth doing just to make them slightly happier. If we use, obviously, concrete floors, they're all going to be upset because their bedrooms look like shit. Whereas what they can't see from our perspective is their bedrooms are always going to look like shit, and pure existential dread. Blaze bulbs going down there, potatoes going there, rice going there. I mean, corn is the best crop. I mean, just nutritionally. So let's throw down, well, per work. Don't worry about it. Well, technically rice is more. Don't worry about it. Let's throw down the blaze bulb. Let's throw down the corn. Let's throw down the rice. Let's also get down a massive zone. I'm talking big fuck off zone of cotton. And I'm going to push this far back because we need a lot of cotton, it turns out. Let's do something like this. Now, what I'm going to say for the time being is, no, do not sow that. We've got way too much shit to do and not enough time to do it in, given that centipedes apparently turn up within 3 episodes. It would be a waste of talents not to... I just set the work tab, by the way. It's very, very basic because we've got absolutely no need for cooking, so we only really need one person on plants. We probably don't even need this much in terms of plants, to be honest with you. In fact, we could stick to only rice. Probably wouldn't be a terrible plan. Yeah, I don't know. We'll talk more about that in a second. As for schedule as well, you know what? I'm going to be kind. I'm going to be polite. I wouldn't normally do this on a sweaty series, but you know what? Here. You can have your recreation. Just because the first raids, as we saw, even with a group of, what did we have, like 16 tribals, episode 2, we absolutely annihilated them. Like, it was a full-on war crime level Geneva conviction massacre. So, we don't need to worry so much about them getting a few extra hours of just kind of hanging around, keeping their moods high here and there. Thank you, General Joe. Okay, power's online. We've immediately outpaced ourselves already. Okay, research then. I figured it's probably, I mean, we can get him plant cutting or whatever else, but it's a bit of a waste of his talents, isn't it? Smithing, machining, gunsmithing, straight away. And you know what? People were saying simple launchers. Now, the argument I made against that is last time we didn't even get up to microelectronics, right? We got 2,500 points of the way through microelectronics. When you consider simple launchers needs, well, simple launchers for 1,000, gas operation for 1,000, blowback operation for 1,000, that's 2,500. So even at the end of yesterday when we would have been wiped out by, and blowback operation, gunsmithing, etc. Anyway, even when we would have been wiped out by the centipedes, that's still 3,000 research. We only got 2,500, so we still wouldn't have had simple launchers, let alone actually crafting them. So I think there's an argument for it now that we've got a good research, but it wouldn't have worked last time at all. That was with 3 research benches as well, don't forget. That was ridiculous. Hey, make me some wind. Been ripped off. I've been sold crappy wind turbines. They're not doing anything. Oh, that's horrible. I think we've made a mistake. I've seen the face of God and he is crying. I can't handle it. This is awful. Oh, this is driving a very primal part of me completely fucking mad. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Is this fine? This is not fine. Right, yeah, that works. Here. Let's do something like that. Put down a few beds. Dressers. I mean, to be honest, we're saving so much in terms of resources. Why the fuck not? Put that up there. Really, really cram in the space. Nice. Yeah, that's not... that's not okay. Luxury. Luxury on the back, that is, not luxury on the eyes. Okay, a little bit of furniture then. It's a shame we can't place tables diagonally. If anyone's got, you know, got some modding chops and would like to throw that together for me, that would be absolutely phenomenal. Say that this is fucking with my brain would be a complete understatement. Like, this is a room. This is a working room. This will count as indoors, and it shouldn't. Nothing about this is right. I hate it. Right, fine, whatever. Okay, let's go animal corpses in here. Not that we're going to do much hunting, but we get so many manhunter packs, it's probably not a bad idea to do so. Let's throw in plant matter, and let's throw in food as well. Preferably no rotten. Okay, so that's going to be our freezer. Unfortunately. You know what, I might make this top diagonal wall 1 block longer, so that we can actually get that little bit extra in as part of our freezer stockpile. There we go, much better. Oh, hello there. Rebecca Lynx Edwards. Double passion shooting 10. Double passion melee 11. 1 passion in plants 8. Body purist and ascetic. Oh, easy to handle as well. Okay, space refugee, so not any faction. Conomoose, thank you for surrendering your bed. General Joe, get on it. That is a friend right there. Now, melee characters are going to be pretty essential, I think, to taking out centipedes fairly early on. So that's the plan. Who's our doctor? Do we have a doctor? Conomoose. Conomoose, please tend to our prisoner. I mean, patient. I mean, friend. Oh, okay. Speaking of prisoners, we've got Black Otter. 14 shooting. Holy crap. And then we've got Croy Balatre Banistra. Me too. 9 shooting, double passion. Undergrounder could be very good. Cannibal, not necessarily so good. Really depends on the time of day. Right, get in there. Get in there. This is again going to be a massacre. We don't need to worry about our people, I think. Ideally, I'd like to shoot them closer to the base so that they'll lose less blood when I throw them into a prison. Hello? Well, that's a shame. Hello? Excellent. Okay. We could give up our beds for that. Emphasis on could. Or I could stick them in the quote-unquote freezer. No, we can't because there isn't a door on it yet. General Joe, do me a favor. Build that steel door. Then we'll stick them in the freezer. Oh! No! What? How did you die, you big shit? Oh, come on. Oh, they had a wooden foot anyway. Okay, well, maybe that was a blessing in disguise. Were you the one with the... Yeah, you were the one I actually wanted there. Double passion. Oh, actually, I don't know. You're both pretty good. Yeah, that's a shame. Doesn't really matter too much, though. They had a wooden foot, so I don't want to put up with that shit. Oh, there it is. General Joe's got food poisoning already, which is just fantastic. Okay, machining next, then. This is a loading bench. Are you kidding? I just saved your life and you're just walking away. Ooh, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Only because we don't really have a well-equipped prison or anything quite yet. Oh, wait. Wait, I thought it was a spacer. Confederacy with Tiedemann have changed by... Oh, shit. Okay, well, in that case, hey, that's way better. Right, let's take this fleeing count quest as well. A man-hunting monkey. It's Musos and the monkey. Hello. You know what? Don't worry about it. It'll come to us. Where did it go? Or it won't, or it'll just leave. Oh, there it is. Hello. Right, okay. Okay, get ready. Moose. Get yourself prepared. Excellent. What a difficult one that was. And off you go. Hey, there we are. Right, so what is General Joe going to get this time? To be honest, side powers are a bit useless for the time being until we can actually get the proper meditation necessary for it. Let's get you upgraded then. You never know. It could be occasionally useful like the last one was. All right. Go. Send him. Send him. Accept. And what do we get? Nice. Okay. And we got chunk skip. Wow, that's fucking terrible. Machining is also done. So we go gunsmithing, blowback operation, and then also into mortars. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. People are saying that the binoculars are super, super essential if we... Really? Oh, it's 30 degrees now. Okay, never mind. I take that back. General Joe and Colonel Moose. Wow, what a plot twist. Okay. Poor Major Payne's on his own this time. And gunsmithing is done too. We're now officially ahead of where we were yesterday, which is, fantastic. Microelectronics, granted we got 2,500 points into that, but I guess it wouldn't take too long to get it back up to that stage. Okay, blowback operation then. Actually allows us to craft some basic weapons, obviously along with gunsmithing too. Gas operation gives us... I mean, that would be quite nice, wouldn't it? And then we've got multi-barrel weapons after that. Oh, that requires microelectronics. Don't know why it's there then. Okay, precision rifling. Man, if we could get precision rifling by the end of today, holy shit, what a game changer. Blowback operation is done. Okay. Gas operation next then. And then we've got our simple launchers already. Not that we're going to get any, centipedes for quite some time, I hope. Somewhat impressive dining room? What, this thing? That is incredible, because it's spacious, because of course... That is ridiculous. Okay, this might be the new meta for every series going forward. Craft high-power guns, like chain shotguns, LMGs, and heavy SMGs. We'll see about that when the centipedes turn up, shall we? Okay, simple launchers then. And then we're pretty much good to go, right? And then after that, we'll start going for the normal stuff. Batteries, solar panels, geothermal power really wouldn't hurt this time around. Microelectronics. I feel like we need to rush down, like, mineral scanners, deep drills pretty soon. God, I forgot how small the, the base game research tree was. That's insane. Okay, it's even worth going for simple launchers above batteries right now. Probably not, to be honest. I'm not expecting any centipedes to turn up anytime. We haven't even had, like, a proper raid yet. Okay, now for a bit of terraforming. So I want to cut a hole through here. We need to do it quite wide, just to try and facilitate, you know, a bit of movement there from the enemy. Let's do something like that. You know what, General Joe? Sleep it off. You know what? You can wait a little while. A raid from West Smebium. Where are they? Hello there. Waltz and Archie. Man's got a hammer and a shield with absolutely no combat skills to speak of. Pretty good medical. Would be a nice backup doctor. 10 mining, double passion, and cooking. Careful shooting as well is quite nice. Okay. I mean, worst case scenario, we'd kill him and take their hats. Worst case scenario, we kill them and turn them into hats. Okay, here they come. Wow, the shields are actually quite effective, aren't they? Holy shit, wow. We put new training with them. Why? That's a strange run. Okay. Careful, careful, careful. No friendly fire here. Let's move you around. God damn, they're quite tanky. There we go. Okay. Bleeding out in 6 hours, bleeding out in 8 hours. We could potentially grab both of these guys if we wanted to. We could also just strip them and make our more people more effective without compromising the difficulty by adding more pawns into the mix. But 12 medical is quite nice. He's got no combat stats. That's why I'm not happy to take this guy on board. You don't really either, but the double passion 10 mining on a mountain map is very nice. So I think here's what we're going to do. I think we're going to take Archie. We're not going to take Archie. I lied. We're going to, firstly, we're going to, excuse me. Firstly, we're going to build a sleeping spot. Then we're going to take Archie. And then I'm probably just going to strip and kill Waltz. I don't think we need that. How are you doing, Mage Pain? Bleeding out in 22 hours. Shot you in the leg. Fortunately, you can't finish him off. So we are just going to have to kick him to death. Right, and we've got a grave. Grave already for him. Pre-dug those. There you go. We're halfway through, actually just over halfway through microelectronics as well as everything else we've done today. We've got batteries, we've got solar generators, we've just also got a heat wave. So it probably couldn't have come at a better time. Let's throw down... I mean, let's put this solar generator somewhere where it's a bit more sheltered from raiders. If we do something like... I hate it. Okay, fine. Let's do something like that. And then I've got coolers basically going down everywhere. It's going to be very expensive to run this, but at least now we do have batteries. Okay, base is cool. Look at this. 21 everywhere. -4. Well, okay, well, it's a bit irrelevant now. We've got the wall up here done, so we've got a nice bit of traffic control there where if they do spawn in, they will hopefully head this direction. They might still sap through, but given how convenient it would just be to walk, I don't see why they would. We can stick a wall across there, a wall across there, then it gives us all of this area to really play around with. Nice. Okay. Next thing I want to do is really get down some defenses. I'm thinking embrasure across here, and embrasure across here, and embrasure across there, so we've got multiple points to fall back on. Drop pods are still going to be a massive pain in the ass, which is the downside to trying to claim so much of the map. There we have it. Who'd have thought that by sapping all the humor and fun out of the series, we might have got microelectronics by episode 1. Crazy. Well, not episode 1. You know what I mean. Like episode 4 technically, but episode 1 of this second attempt. So we want to come to console basically right away so that we can actually get some stonks and good deals and all that. Where is Component? Where is Component? What is Cloud Gaming? That's a great question. Where the fuck? Oh, there's some. Hey, we're good. Right, give me that. No. Sursa's out. Give me that. Thank you. We'll get on that right away. Then I want to get, I think Major Payne's earned at this point, a better research bench. High-tech research bench. 10 components. My God, they're expensive. I guess we'll just kind of stick that in the middle there because it's not really anywhere better we can put it. I suppose we can give him a natural lamp now too, seeing as we've got the power for it. On General Joe. Well, I know I'm pushing him a bit too far here, but we're almost done with... Marriage is on. And a guinea pig self-tamed. The guinea pig of marriage. Holy crap, what a guy. He is my son, and I will never let any harm come to him. A guinea pig of Okay. I'm going to call you the GP of marriage. There he is. To safety, guinea pig of marriage. No one will ever harm you. Boom. Okay. Comms console is down. We've got research bench down. Now, we don't need multi-analyzer yet. We could research it ahead of time. We haven't got gold. We haven't got plastic. We're going to have to wait for a trade ship. Could go deep drilling. Probably not a terrible idea. We could go precision rifling. We could go... multi-barrel weapons. We could go simple launchers or mortars. There's a lot of things to get here. I think precision rifling, just a really... And then we've got advanced ammunition types too. Oh, it's too many. What are you talking about? Come on. I don't know anything about guns, and now you've just given me a fucking book's worth of ammo types. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, fine. And Archie too. Well, this couldn't be going any better. And the best part is Army's actually, Archie is actually dressed for, well, the army. He's dressed to impress. Take off that fucking shield belt. How dare you? You are lucky I'm forgiven. Otherwise, that would be a death by firing squad. Get rid of that. Oh, thank God. That's another job that we've saved General Joe. That's fantastic news. And he's not bad at crafting either. A good backup crafter in the event that we need that. So, I think I'm happy to leave it there for today because I think we've done some incredible work. Focusing down here, you know, we've got the defenses. We do have defenses. Don't let it fool you. I know we don't have embrasures, but we can corral all the enemies basically over here, and we can get to... I mean, even if we just put an embrasure across there, that's already a massive step up. We've got control over a good amount of the map. We've got absurd amount of cotton. We've got food pretty much in abundance, especially if we stick to nutrient paste. And more importantly, we've cracked out more research in this kind of 30 minutes today than I have in the past however long we played that last series for. So overall, it's been pretty successful, I think. And more importantly, my friends, the greatest thing of all, there he be, the guinea pig of marriage. So your job then is to let me know what guns are pretty decent. Like, I can obviously go through them all, and we can go through the entire list at some point. I can go through all this ammo as well, but if there are any guns to basically know about up front, that would be handy to know before I go digging through the entire list. If there are particular ammo types to favor over others, that would also be quite handy. Like, I'm last time we played Combat Extended, we pretty much only made armor piercing because ultimately they are effective against tribal raiders, and they have the bonus of also being way more effective against mechanoids and, you know, armored characters rather than hollow point shit like that. General pointers, who is no relation to Joe, I promise, but stuff like that would be quite handy to know in the future. So this has been good. This has been very productive. Mortars, embrasures, the whole lot tomorrow. That's the plan. I think big defense tomorrow is definitely something we need to do. A kill box is... We've definitely traded defenses for research this time around. Whether or not that'll prove to be the right thing, I guess we'll find out when the centipedes turn up tomorrow and kill us dead. Not that that would ever happen. Thank you, of course, to the... Where the hell has my desktop gone? Oh, hello. Thank you to the patrons, of which there are many, and I have lists of them somewhere if Windows would stop shuffling around my frigging desktop. A big thank you today goes out to Slickback, Red Pants Chief, Voodoo Mumbo, Papa Snow, Amaray the Fox, Jobo Daddy, Sir Royland, Slippy Nips, Low Res Quail, Crowskull, Udrick, Dan the Man, and Furbale for their support, the executive producer tiers over on Patreon, along with everybody, of course, the executive producer tiers. Thank you as well goes out to Struck Iron, Astrosfan12345, Bordoon, Omegador, Nyancat17, Larry the Emu, Dragon Ryan 13, Proximity Jones, Scott, and Craigon as well. See you guys all tomorrow for the guinea pig. You know, he's got to be the character. Like, we've had Joris's, we had Keith, now we've got to have the guinea pig of marriage.